You are highly welcome to Rock Math class, where mathematics is made simple and interesting. This equation is scaling. We are given 9 to the power of x plus 12 to the power of x equals 16 to the power of x. Wow! Move closer, let's solve this for you. So let's take out the equation. We have 9 to the power of x plus 12 to the power of x equals 16 to the power of x. So we have to divide both the left hand side and the right hand side by 16 to the power of x. So we are going to have 16 to the power of x, we can 16 to the power of x. So now we are going to have, before I'm going to write out this, you should recall that from the law of indices, whenever you have a to the power of x over b to the power of x, this is same thing as a over b all to the power of x. So my left hand side can be written as 9 over 16 all to the power of x, then plus 12 over 16 all to the power of x equals 1. Good. Again, if I should look at this part very well, this 9 can be written as 3 to the power of 2, and this 16 can be written as what? As 4 to the power of 2. And making use of this law, I can write it back this way. So that means that we are going to have 3 over 4 all to the power of 2, then to the power of x, then plus 4 here, 3, 4 here, 4 over 4 all to the power of x equals 1. Wow, we are getting there. Now, since we have this can also be written as, by making use of the law of indices, that if I should have a to the power of x, I should have a to the power of x to the power of y, this can also be written as a to the power of y power x. So for this reason, I can rewrite this part, this first term of my left hand side, as 3 over 4 to the power of x minus 1 equals 0. So let's continue. Again, let y equals 3 over 4 all to the power of what? X. And you should note that this our y is greater than what? 0 for all value of what? For all real value of what? Of x. Y is greater than what? 0 for all real x. So in this case now, whenever we have 3 over 4 to the power of x, we are going to replace by what? By y. So this is same thing as y to the power of 2 plus y minus 1 equals 0. So now this is already what? A simple quadratic equation. So for this reason, we're going to solve this quadratic equation using quadratic formula. So by making use of my quadratic formula now, my y is going to be minus 1 plus or minus the square root of 1 squared minus 4, 1, then minus 1 over 2. So now, what are we going to have, guys? We're going to have this same thing as minus 1 plus or minus the square root of 1 plus 5, 1 plus 4 rather, 1 plus 4 over 2, in which this will give us, this is same thing as minus 1 plus or minus the square root of 5 over 2. That is the value of our y. And we should recall that I say that our y must be greater than 0. Since our y is greater than 0, Since our y is greater than 0, we are going to take the positive roots and leave the negative roots. Because our y is greater than 0. What happens is that we are going to reject this first one. We reject this. And we are going to make use of this one. So by making use of this, we have, therefore, y equals, we should record that our y, from this part, we assume that our y is same thing as what? Is same thing as 3 over 4 all to the power of x. So we are going to replace it back. So instead of me writing y, I'm going to have 3 over 4 all to the power of x equals minus 1 plus root of 5 over 2. So, and this can also be written as, so I have to take the log of both sides. Taking the log of both sides of the equation, I'm going to have law of logarithm. Whenever you have log y to the power of a, this is same thing as what? A log y. So this, in this case, we are going to have x log 3 over 4 equals log the square root of 5 minus 1 over 2. So this will also give us x equal to what? Log what? Log root 5 minus 1 over 2 all over log 3 over 4. Again, from the law of logarithm, log a over log b is same thing as the log of a base b. So this can be written as, the denominator is going to be our base now. Our x is equal to log root 5 minus 1 over 2 base 3 over 4. So, and the approximate value of x now, if we press this answer in our calculator, this is our final answer in our calculator, we are going to have an approximate value of x as 0.6727. So this value of x. Kindly subscribe to Rock My Class for more exciting video. Bye bye.